Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation today is Sri Rag Mahalla Panjama, Soi Dhiaie Jiare, Sri a-sabad-a-day. तिस ही की करे आस मन जिसका सबस विसा हो सभे सियाणपा छड़ के गुर की चरणी पाहो मन मेरे सुख सहज सेती जपनाओ आठ पहर प्रभ ध्याए तू गुण गोविंद नित गाओ रहाओ तिसकी सरनी परमणा जिस जेवड़ अवर न कोय जिस सिमरत सुख होए गणा दुख दर्द न मूले होए सदा सदा कर चाकरी प्रभ साहिब सच सोए साध संगत होए निर्मला कटिए जम की फास सुख दाता पै पंजनो तिस आगे कर अरदास मेहर करे जिस मेहरवान ता कारज आवे रास बहुता बहुत वखाणिए ऊंचो ऊंचा थाओ वरना चहना बाहरा कीमत कह न सकाओ नानक को प्रभ मया कर सच देवो अपना नाओ. What we notice in this passage is the emphasis on the need to break the walls of dogma and creeds, sab siyanpa chhad, and instead to turn our attention and develop an intimacy with that one sovereign. Soi Dhiaie Jiare, Sir Saha Patsha. So rest your faith in that trustworthy one. Gurbani advises us, tis he ki kar aas man. And who is this tis he? Jiska sabas visaha, the one who is the foremost and worthy, and that is that one, the Ekonkar. So now, in being asked to develop an intimacy with the one, implies a relationship with oneself. And the reason is that the one is the indwelling essence that exists in all of us. So it follows that we have to cultivate a relationship with ourselves. And the passage then draws the distinction between cultivating a relationship with the self and what it means to do sab-siyanpa. Because they're all mental guiles, ego-based, externally driven. That's what all external religious practices are. Whether it's a pilgrimage, a chant, a mantra, an arti, what have you. So here the advice is to discard these practices because that is not going to create the relationship that we are looking for. So how do we do it? Well, the instruction and advice here is Man mere sukh sahaj seti japnao, which is translated with intuitive ease, harmonize with knowledge, and then with perpetual persistence, shift the attention to the self within, and then glorify it. So we have to understand what glorification here is. That simply means cultivating the qualities, the virtues, the excellences that Gurbani guides us towards. And perpetual persistence, aat pehar. So we have to be constantly aware. Notice that the way of the Guru is essentially self-inquiry and deals with non-material substance from which we spring. Varna chihna bahara, कीमत कह न सको. It's not a material thing. It's asking us, the Shabad is asking us to develop intuitive faculties because that is what is required to grasp it. The intellect alone cannot do this, or perhaps doesn't even know what it is. So that's the first step, the cultivation of virtues and qualities. And in order to do that, to shift the attention to the quality of our existing mental and spiritual ecosystem. So the instruction is Aath Pair Pravityaye, to observe with attention the moment-to-moment contents of the inner self. So the key here is that we are observing the mirror of life as it passes through the mirror of our mind. And therefore, the technique, the method of Gurbani does not require any special place or special method, because you have to do this while engaged in the world. You can't do this by sitting in a room, going to a pilgrimage, or engaging in some kind of specialized activity. The idea is to develop your self-awareness of exactly what you're thinking, your intentions, your motivations, your desires, to come in touch with them. And that will gradually lead you further down, like a spiral staircase, into the very core of your being. With that thought, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.